Hi, my name is Caitlin and welcome back. We are going to be making a coffee themed card today. I really like the concept of repeating backgrounds with an acrylic block. I kind of fell in love with that on a class that I took with Altenew in their academy, and I just find it something so simple to do and kind of relaxing to do. So for this, I needed to make an anniversary card, and my husband is all about coffee, so I felt like this would be perfect for it. And there's a line of coffee break inks for it that kind of goes perfect, so I'm using the Mocha right here. And then I thought it would be fun to go ahead and use some of the inks, but as watercolor. And I really like the Mighty alphabet set, so we are going to go ahead and use that. We're going to go ahead and die cut out love, and then we will apply some inks to it. Now, it did take me a while to figure out what I wanted to do. I actually made a different coffee themed card and I just didn't like it. So I felt like we'd just go back and kind of make it more simple. So sometimes simple is best, but hard to achieve. I tend to go over the top on most things in life. Here I am turning it over though, and it cut out, but I went ahead and taped it, the bottom, so that they're all staying there and that I have a controlled environment to go ahead and watercolor what I'm working on. On the right hand side, I have an Altenew raw amber. I didn't realize how light of a brown it was until I got it out on the paper. So I went ahead and got Distress ink, ground espresso, and thought that would give it a little bit more deeper brown that I was looking for. I did decide to keep both because I don't feel like most things in life are truly one color. I feel like there's kind of mix of colors in everything that we do. So I really wanted to keep it with what I view coffee looking like. So, there'd be hints of dark brown and hints of light brown. So I kind of splattered it here and there, not trying to have it be, you know, one cohesive look. I wanted little pops of lighter brown here and there. I did use the heat press to not the heat press. I did use the heat gun to kind of speed up the process. I just didn't video that. And then here I am stamping my sentiment of "You are my caffeine." I thought that'd be perfect to go with this. And then I'm going to die cut it out with a stitched rectangle die. This one's actually from My Favorite Things. And then to go ahead and give it more dimension so it's not falling. No, I don't want it to blend in with the love, so I really want it to stick out. So I'm going to glue 2 layers behind it. Those ones that you'll see are the same sentiment on them, but I just didn't like the way they stamped. So I'm just going to use those as the backing and no one will ever know. All right, and now we're going to move on to my little fun trick. I cannot line things up straight to save my life, and I actually have a clear sticky mat from scrapbook.com here, but there are lots of ones out there. I know my Sweet Petunia has one now, and then you can always use leftover Cricut machine ones, but I go ahead and I line it up on it, and then I am going to look and make sure that it's the placement that I like, and then we're going to go ahead and glue it all, and then we don't have to worry about tape or any of that. It's all right there. So there isn't another transfer or anything like that. And I know the tack is low enough that it's not going to keep the letters on it. So we are going to actually go ahead and just flip it on over. And then we will just press it down and voila. It stays and they don't move at all. It's exactly where you wanted it to be. So I absolutely love that. And I thought that the sentiment on top would be a fun thing to do. But I wanted to go ahead and cut down the background just a little bit because I wanted an orange background for it. And I discovered this orange is actually fairly hard to photograph for some reason, but I feel like the video is more accurate in the color than the photos. So there's that, I guess. I went ahead and die cut a rectangle out, and if some foreshadowing, you'll see I only used one piece of tape there. I then used my scoring board to go ahead and make my card base. If you don't have a bone folder, highly suggest getting something like that. It's made a huge difference on my cards actually staying flat. When I'm only using the little stylus thing from the scoring board, it doesn't stay flat. But here you will see the result of me only using one piece of tape. It moved. So, yep, always use 2 pieces. So, I'm going to trim it down just a little bit because there was some white poking out and I didn't want that. And then we will go ahead and glue on the background. Once again, I prefer liquid glue. I use the Barely Art glue. I find it to be very forgiving. When I use tape for backgrounds, it just does not turn out well normally because I usually put it on wrong and then I can't slightly move it like I can with liquid glue. And then to finish things off, we're going to go ahead and glue on our sentiment strip. And there you have it. We'll be all done after that. So I really appreciate all of y'all listening in today. And I will be back very soon with my last 2 cards for the final level 2 AECP challenge. Thanks.